So now, probably the coolest part of objects is the deconstruction or destructured assignment part of JavaScript. So this is really cool. So basically, if you want to get the model from robot, you can say const model, and you want to assign it to being a model. So robot.model. You can do that, right? That is a totally valid way to do it. Works, and it's great. Here's the thing. You can also do this. Const model in brackets from robot. That is pulling model out of the robot object. And this is really cool because you can then do model, energy level, functionality, and you can even do deep nested objects where you have nest functionality and then you have beep and fire laser. These are all completely acceptable and available for you to do. It's really cool, and evidently this might throw an error because it doesn't understand. No, it doesn't throw an error. I don't know why that's red. That doesn't make any sense. This is valid. Okay, whatever. So this is assigning model, energy level to be the respective things. It's not actually pulling out functionality, but it's reaching inside of functionality and pulling out beep and fire laser as two different functions that you can work on in the global scope. So I can run beep and fire laser in the global scope, and it'll work. Isn't this cool? This is so cool. This is like the coolest part of objects, and I love it. And what's really cool is you can do it with arrays too. So const r equals 0, 1, 2, 3. If I want to pull those out, and I want to pull the first two things, or I want to pull, I'm going to say const first equals r. So now first is going to be 0. So console.log first. Okay, I run that, it's going to be 0. All right, but what's really cool is I can ignore the first one, and I can say const, I want to pull the third. It's now 2, because I ignore the first two, which is 0 and 1, and the third is 2. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. I think that's so cool. It's so satisfying, and when you're dealing with like really big objects and stuff like that, my favorite part is doing it inside of functions. It makes it so easy. When you're dealing with objects like that, it's just so easy to work with. Because then you can say const my function equals this, and you pull out model and energy level, and you don't have to worry about the order of your things. It's just going to be pulled out. And then you can say console.log model and energy level. And all you have to do is just pass in robot. My function robot. And there you go. It passes it in, and it pulls that out. Isn't that so cool? You don't have to worry about the order. Whereas if you did this, you'd have to go robot.model and robot.energy level. You'd have to do this. Which, oh, whoops, I made a mistake. Energy level. Did I do that right? Something's wrong there. Yeah, I misspelled it. See, I made a mistake when doing that really quickly. So it is so much easier to do something like this. And you don't have to worry about order at all because you can just pull that information out that you need. It's so handy. I love it so much. But what's really going on in here? So basically, this is shorthand for saying robot and then saying const model equals robot.model. And then const energy level equals robot.energy level. Okay, it's shorthand for that, but let's make this shorthand even less. So model energy level in there, and then this is the same thing as this. We don't have to assign it to be something. We can just pop that in there because that's all we really need. So that's what's happening. Deconstruction is so cool. So anyway, let's see what they're trying to have us do. Use a deconstruction assignment to create a const variable I love how they say const variable. I've been saying it this whole time, but it's just kind of counterintuitive. Create a constant named functionality that extracts functionality property from the robot. Const functionality equals robot. That's all I need to do. I'm ignoring model and energy level. I'm just pulling this as an object, referencing that exact information. And if I reassign stuff inside of this functionality, it's going to be reassigning stuff inside of this robot. So composition. So I do that. There you go. Since functionality is referencing robot functionality, we can call the methods to robot functionality through functionality. So functionality.beep. And I already did this, but I deconstructed it even more. Functionality.fireLaser. And there we go. And it's going to run stuff in the console like it should. I just love that. It's so satisfying. I think that's one of the coolest things. I love it. I love that so much. And that doesn't happen in a lot of other languages. It happens in some. It doesn't happen in Java, from what I understand. And it doesn't happen in Python, from what I understand. But I haven't seen it happen in Rust. But that's the one thing that I really appreciate about JavaScript that I think it has done right. And it like got the nail, or hit the nail right on the nose, or whatever, the head, or whatever. I don't care what the freaking metaphor is. It's cool and it works and it's awesome. I love it. And arrays. It works with arrays too. So cool. Anyway. Okay. So deconstruction, easily my favorite part of JavaScript. It's just cool. It's just so cool.